Alright, so today I'm going to be showing off some stuff that I actually got imported from Japan. Now, the service I used is Buyee, though I will preface there's no sponsor here. They didn't pay me to do this, they didn't pay me for anything. There's no sponsorship, it's just what I used to get it. So today I just wanted to show off some of the things that I did import. The audio for this is being recorded at a later date, as the day that the package showed up I was actually too sick to even really talk. So we're just going to show off some of the things that I got, because I thought they'd be kind of cool to show off. Some of the things are a little bit interesting, and I think that some people watching may be interested in some of the things that I got. So we'll just be showing off the things. So first off, I got quite a few things, and thankfully they were all packed pretty well and together. Though what was kind of annoying is I had to pay them extra to pack it all into one thing, which I didn't think really made sense because it makes it easier for them. But whatever. All of this stuff I ended up getting cheaper by ordering it off Japan using Yahoo Auctions Japan, basically the Japanese equivalent to eBay. I got it all pretty cheap comparatively to buying it off of like eBay. Though I did pay quite a bit more in the shipping cost, but at the end of the day it still ended up being cheaper to buy it through Yahoo Auctions Japan. So here it's me struggling to get through some of the packaging. And we just try to do this one at a time with this first package here. And you can immediately see what it is. This is Animal Crossing E+, or Dobutsu no Mori E+, basically the Japanese re-release of Animal Crossing. After the English localization for Animal Crossing was done, the Japanese team was well impressed with what Nintendo of America had done, and so they had asked for the game to be retranslated back into Japanese. And here was a special version of the game you would buy that would come bundled with the e-reader peripheral along with some cards to use in the game. These cards do various functions, including there's even ones that aren't Animal Crossing based in this set. Now, this typically goes for quite a bit on eBay. I've seen listings go for around $100, and I paid nowhere near that for this. And it's in relatively good shape with all of the things included. The only thing that's not included is a memory card, which this version of Animal Crossing actually didn't ship with a memory card. Only the prior versions did. And as I can see here, there's some Pokemon cards in here as well for the e-reader, along with the hockey game, and the Game & Watch Manhole game is also included. Now I have tested these. The Manhole does work. I haven't really tested anything else yet because I don't have a Wii set up, so I can't really test the full functionality, but here included is obviously the box with the rest of the contents. This includes the manual, the game, and of course the e-reader itself. And here we get a look at what the box for the Japanese GameCube game looks like, and they're actually surprisingly small. If you've never seen a Japanese GameCube game in person, the cases are significantly smaller than what we get here in North America. In fact, I'm going to show you a size comparison as I walk over and grab one of my GameCube games. Here we just have a standard copy of Tai 3, and you can see the difference in size between the boxes. The Japanese games are basically designed just to fit the manual and the disc, and that's about it. While it seems like North American games were designed around having a similar size to DVD cases. Then of course we get the e-reader peripheral, the e-reader plus specifically, a special revision of the e-reader that was Japan exclusive. I don't exactly know what the differences are. I've read that it has it's better at reading the cards, but I can't really speak for that. It's been a while since I've used a traditional e-reader as well. Then this little thing that I don't know what it is, I still haven't figured out what that's supposed to be. And then we got some of the little manuals, just some warnings, and then a very basic guide on using the e-reader plus with it. And that's about it. So that was the first thing I got, Dobutsu no Mori E+. And then here we have a complete and boxed copy of Mario Kart 64. This contains, well, everything, though the box is a little bit damaged. My guess is that probably had some sort of store sticker on it, because there's no real reason for that specific area to get damaged. but the rest of the box is in relatively decent shape. The rest of the contents are in good condition though. Here we get to see the cartridge, and behind it is all the, well, the manual and stuff. Get a simple little foldout that shows how to control the game, along with a breakdown of the items. And then the cartridge itself. Again, the cartridge has some weird stuff on it that I don't know, especially there's like a stain, like somebody had poured coffee on it. Don't know what that's about, but I can get that cleaned up pretty easily. But yeah, this is another thing that, while not expensive on eBay, I got it significantly cheaper on Yahoo Auctions than I would have buying it through eBay. And here we have a boxed Game Boy Advance. This doesn't contain everything, and the box is in pretty rough shape, though I didn't actually buy this for the box itself. Of course, it comes with the Game Boy Advance. This was actually, the only reason I bought it like this is, this was the cheapest one I could find, and it just so happened to come with the original box. And there we have it, the Game Boy Advance. Now, I actually prefer the original Game Boy Advance to the SP. This was the original model and the first one I ever got. The SP, I like it, especially the AGS 101 is really nice, but my hands are way too big for the SP, and so I just prefer the traditional GBA in comparison. It also comes with some of the information from it. Not everything is included, unfortunately, but I was more concerned about the GBA itself. And of course, we gotta grab some batteries to test it. Now we just swap out the pack that was in there and try in some batteries. And it came with its original battery cover, which is becoming exceedingly more difficult to find. You'll see a lot of GBAs that don't have their battery covers. This one included it, so that was very nice. And after grabbing a game, here, Mega Man Battle Network 4, we give it a shot, and it doesn't turn on. Now, when I bought this, it was listed as working, and I have later confirmed that it does work. The batteries I have were likely just bad. This other pack that was actually in the GBA is actually not a rechargeable pack, but it actually allows the GBA to go off AC power. So one of the other things that is included in here is the AC adapter for this. And just plugging in that pack along with plugging into the wall, it worked just fine. So my batteries might just be bad. And here I show off this other pack. At the time I didn't really know what it was supposed to be. I assumed it was like some sort of rechargeable battery pack, but I didn't test it until later when I was messing around with it some more. And here we have something that's a little bit unique. This is definitely something I don't think a lot of people watching this have ever heard of. And that is, well, the Wonder Swan. For those that don't know, the Wonder Swan was a competitor to the Game Boy back in the day. It never left Japan, so if you've never heard of it, there's no surprise there. I bought this thinking it was the second revision Wonder Swan. It's not. This revision is only black and white, and the later revisions were in color. I wasn't paying too much attention. Again, this is something that I got significantly cheaper by buying on here instead of eBay, but I did end up with a model that I wasn't really wanting. And then surprisingly, it's very difficult to take the battery cover off of this. I don't know if I was just really bad at it, but I just, for the life of me, couldn't get the battery cover off easily. Once I finally got the battery cover off, I was able to put in a battery, but this was the same batteries that I used for the GBA, so again, that doesn't work, though I haven't confirmed whether or not it does work. Again, I bought it as working, but these are the only batteries I own, so if these didn't work, I'd have to go buy more, and I've been too lazy to go buy more. So again, here we get no sign of life out of it, but much like the GBA, I expect it to be functioning. I will just need to actually get working batteries. And here we have the original version of Animal Crossing for the Nintendo 64. This is something that that goes all over the place in terms of cost, especially in the type of condition or the contents you get it with. This came with everything, which is exceptionally difficult to find, including its specific memory card, which not a lot of listings I find include this. Much like the GameCube version, it came with its own special memory card that's dedicated just for your town data. This isn't too often that you see it, so to get it was a nice bonus. And it comes with some of the information. Now, unfortunately, my phone just stopped recording here, so it only really showed off a little bit more. The box of it was in really rough condition. That was the unfortunate part of this one. The box is probably not going to withstand a whole lot more, so I'll have to do some work to try and fix the box. But that is everything I got. Ultimately, this did end up costing me a little bit, but it still was a lot cheaper than if I were to buy all these things individually off eBay. And I only really had to wait about a week and a half for it to show up from Japan, so it wasn't terrible. Again, I used Buyee, though no sponsor. They didn't pay me for any of this, so don't worry about that. I would say it was a fine experience, other than the fact that I had to pay them to condense the packages into one. That was a weird one. I don't quite understand that. I guess it's because there's technically manpower involved in doing that, but I just thought it was weird that they charged for that. But overall, I'd say it was a pretty fine experience. Would I buy through them again? Probably, though with how much I spent, I will definitely be waiting. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. If there's anything specific here that you guys are interested in or want to see a little bit more of, I was considering doing some sort of video showing off the e-reader functionality with Dobutsu no Mori E+, but that has been well documented and shown off in a lot of other places, so I don't know if people would be really interested in that. But that's it. So with that, I want to thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.